times is changing, and we have to change the industry too. To be sustainable is the way we need to do it right now. Do it the right way. Would you be the name behind this? Because I'm using my own name. The company is personal.
Liselotte Hornstrup is a Danish fashion designer who started her own company in 2016. Through local production, she aims for sustainability and stands against fast fashion. Her passion and her values made her choose authenticity over money, as she defines herself as a craftswoman.
The DNA of my design is very monochrome, it's very dark, and it's very good quality fabrics. And then it's made for covering some of the parts on your body that most women don't want to show. I'm thinking a lot about the extra tummy thing you have after giving birth. The target group, I would say it's mature women, and it's women who knows what they want, and also women who like dark clothes. I actually thought I was making clothes for people at my own age, and I'm quite sure that I'm just an old soul in a young body. And then I work with myself a lot of the time because there's only me doing everything. I haven't anything outsourced except the sewing part of the production. It's always the biggest thing as an entrepreneur to manage your time. There's a lot of organizing when you do this on your own, and I do have a pipeline board. I have an overview of all the styles. This one is the textile that I have in my storage room. If I just draw one thing and I haven't figured out how to make it, I put it here. So this is all of what I have in stock right now. Design-wise, I'm working on Spring 24 collection. Then I'm starting up on Fall 24 collection, and I've already found some fabrics that I want to work with. And those fabrics is gonna dictate the styles. It's very much have it in your hand, feel it. What can the fabric tell me? And also drawing. There's something magical about your lining. When you're doing a line, it's your line. So I'm doing everything really the old way. So this is like what actually started my company. It was these sketches. And then working with knit. But then there's the first working lineup. How should I make the collection put together, finding the coherence of it. It was actually starting already there. Then I chose to start here in Vejen and have the studio here in Vejen because I was born and raised here. I haven't lived anywhere else than here, and I know people here and they know me. It was very natural for me to do it here. I wanted to support the local area here and all the stores here. I want to be a part of that too. I don't have any experience from other companies. I just start by doing. I started with zero, absolutely zero, and just a loan from studying. And that's why I wanted to do a crowdfunding on the company. Financially, it's going very slow when you do it like that, but this is the right way for slow fashion to do it. I feel like it encounters with the vision of my company. I started the company, and 2 years after I went on maternity leave, and I felt like coming back, I need to start the company all over, the production all over, because I also prioritized to be on maternity leave and be with my child. And actually, while I was on maternity leave the second time, I felt it all the time that I was too stressed. So for 3 months, I didn't work with my company. I just shut it down. you're just drained from breastfeeding and staying up all night, and I don't have the energy all the time. Right now, I feel the hunger of more time for working because there's so many things happening right now. But I just need to pick up the kids and make dinner and have them bath and then tuck them in, and then it's hard, but I'm getting better and better. You don't have to be good at everything. You need to find your way, and you can also create your own job. And you need to have a good idea. Why are the customers going to choose you instead of others? Make it happen. And that's what I really found out. I couldn't just sit behind a computer and make fast fashion. That's not for me. I want to use my hands.
After completing the designing process, Liselotte sews samples and brings them to C Studio, a local sewing company in Ikest. She has been working with Sevara, the owner, since its founding in 2021.
This is my sample. I've sewn this one. And then I will give it to Sevara. Så kan være, at vi kan filte det og lave nogle... Ja, et eller andet. Så det kan jeg også...
We help her with creating the first prototypes. When we have finally agreed on all the details, such as deadline, price, size, and so on, we confirm the orders and begin to start working. We are 10 persons in the total working in our sewing factory. We produce for Liselotte every month. At the moment, 3 of our seamstresses work full-time on her order. I find Liselotte's collection to be very unique and creative. Her idea to produce locally and from locally manufactured textiles was very attractive to me.
Ja. Den sidder fuldstændig. I use resourceable or reusable for my company. That's the word I will describe it, because I try to use the resources that already been made and then try to produce from that. And also everything I do, from sourcing the fabrics, from sewing, production, designing, packing, and everything sent it's locally. So everything is done in Denmark, and my conscience can't make fast fashion, and I would hope there were more people like me. Yeah. And also there's this little girl dream I've always had, to make clothes with my name on, because I want to give the customers a little bit of me every time they take on my clothes. I feel like I have a mission in this industry and this brand. So yeah, I love doing it, and I hope that they can see it.
Back in her studio, Liselotte welcomes a few students for a sewing and construction course. She teaches them how to make and repair their own clothes, following her slow fashion beliefs.
Sorte buks med 11 cm i længde. Nå! Og der syr vi ind i din lille lommepose på, men så kan vi jo bare sy den fast. I really love teaching. I think I learned so much by doing that. And I learned so much more than going out to find trends or visiting fashion fairs everywhere. I feel like talking to people give me much more insight of the need for good clothes. Hvis jeg så stadigvæk ikke synes, at det her det er nok, så er fjerde punkt, det er...
I learn some, you can say, basic things about clothing, and also basic about how to change so it fits me. That's one of the most important thing for me.
Så?
Ja, der.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the Liselotte's loose fit models and the black and the white things. And it is easy to come and try all her models and say, okay, then you can just make your own out of that.
It's also a marketing thing, going out in the world and knowing people from this industry also. And I love teaching.
Much better, much better.
Det var det.
Ja, fordi den sidder jo også.
Det sidder jo ikke godt til.
Nej, og det kan jo godt være.
After receiving the produced samples from the sewing company, Liselotte packs her Spring 24 collection to bring it to her retailers. To avoid overproduction, they will discuss the amount of clothes needed for each store. Studio Grøndal is one of Liselotte's retailers amongst 7 others across Denmark and northern Germany. Louise, the owner of the shop, and Liselotte have been collaborating for over 6 years with a common mission: slow fashion.
What I think is difficult is finding stores that match my identity and could be new retailers. That's very, very difficult for me because they need to have this vibe to the store and have the time to tell the stories about my clothes.
Working with Liselotte has given me an option to have an say. With other brands, I see what they offer me and I have to choose from that. With Liselotte, we have this genuine collaboration, actually.
We find like this way through the whole collection and find out what fits this store and fits her customers. So I really use that feedback for also designing the next collection. My collection is expensive if you compare it to fast fashion brands. So they need to tell you, why are you buying that turtleneck instead of their turtleneck? So it's almost like a marriage when you find retailers and you find a new partner and you just have to work together very closely to get the best out of it.
Immediately, it was just match made in heaven. We have built something together. I was newly started, and so it has been kind of, we have evolved together.
I have a very close relationship to the customers also. Some of them are buying at my online shop, but a lot of them is buying the stuff at the retailers.
The customers in my store, they have from day one greeted Liselotte Hornstrup brand amazingly. She came in with all this black. I'm a very black store. So all this black and all this oversize, but in a way where it still fits the body. And it's easy.
They're giving me feedback too. They're not scared of saying this is not good enough or this should be longer or something like that. And it's very, very important that you are a good listener. You have to listen to your customers. We are the 4th most polluting industry. It's fashion. The local production is the best way to be sustainable because you don't send your stuff all around the world. I want to inspire other designers to do this too and go against the fashion industry. And I want to have made an impact.